Hey guys, we're back. Welcome to the channel with yours truly, Morgan. And today, this video is going to be on the secrets to 10K months in your business. I am so excited to finally make this video because this was really the turning point in my business. This was the moment in my business when I was like, you know when you want to manifest something and it's not that there was a doubt, but you've never experienced it before. So it's different if like you've experienced something before and you just want it to happen again and you work towards it. But this is like something you've never experienced before and it finally coming into your reality, being manifested in front of you. And you finally realize that all the time and energy and work that you put into something was not for nothing. That it was actually propelling you towards you realizing your greatest potential, and not even it being potential anymore, but realizing that you actually did it, that you can actually do the thing that you said. And that was exactly like how I felt when I made my first 10K in my business within my first year of my business. And so I want to show you guys the ropes, whether you have a business or not. I think this video is very beneficial because you can apply some of these examples or secrets to other areas of your life, whether you have a business or not, right? So the first secret is marketing strategy. Hands down. Like, you cannot just say, and I always preach this, right? When it comes to manifesting, when it comes to working towards a goal, you cannot say you're gonna do something and then like not create a plan, not map out the pathway towards getting there. I'm someone that's very analytical, very logical. I like to plan, I like to lay things out. I'm a Capricorn, all right? Cap Sun, Leo Moon, Gemini Rising. Yes, so you know, being a Cap, I'm very ambitious. I am a go-getter. Like you don't have to be a Cap, right? This is just the energy that most comes naturally to me. But you can tap into this energy. You gotta tap into the energy of having a plan in place. Game plan. This is where I wanna be. This is where I'm at right now. How do I get there? What are the steps I have to take? And so I'm naturally already really good at that. And when it came to running my coaching practice, I had to figure out a strategy. Most specifically, the marketing strategy. The necessities of marketing comes from the idea that you need to get your business out there. You need to find ways to let people know that your business exists, that your product or your service exists. And so I had to figure that out really early. How did I want to show up and sell my service as a way to grow my business? So if you do not have a marketing strategy in place, you need to get to that real quick. 2 is consistency, because especially with a business, especially when it comes to marketing, if you are inconsistent, your audience is not going to trust you, right? I mean, there's a certain extent in your business where you get to a place where you've been in it for so long that people trust you regardless. You know, like when I think about celebrities, it's like, celebrities can come and go anytime and you're still gonna give them all your time and attention. So it's kind of the same thing with a business. It's like when you get to a certain stage in your business, you have the ability to come and go. You've already built up your followers, you've already built up your audience, they're all loyal. But when you are in the beginning stages of a business, you don't have that yet. You don't quite have an established audience and loyal fan base. And so you wanna be consistent in growing that. You need to make sure that whatever platform it is you're showing up on, you are consistent. Whether it's YouTube, showing up twice a week, once a week, Instagram, every day on your stories. It's all gonna look different depending on the platform you're on. And I think this is also something I work with my clients on, is really understanding your energy type, your blueprint, who you are, what you value, and how you wanna show up. All of that combined all together. Because for example, when I first started my business, it was really out of alignment. I did a lot of things that my energy type couldn't sustain, and therefore I ended up getting burnt out, had to take a year off, and I am now just coming back into my coaching practice. And I'm gonna do things way differently because now I know who I am, how I wanna show up, what I'm good at, what my strengths are, and I'm going to stick to that. And so the ways that I know I can be consistent is not by being on Instagram and showing up every day, because I hated Instagram. But my first business coach told me to go on Instagram, and I felt like that's what I needed to do in order to be successful. And even though I started off that way and I still made my 10K months, it doesn't mean that it was, like I said, sustainable. Eventually I got burnt out and I had to take a whole year off. So it kind of defeated the purpose. All that money that I made in my business, I had to use it to sustain my year off. And, you know, although it was an amazing time off, and I really recommend everyone to take a gap year. Not everyone has the financial ability to do so. And I was lucky enough to have made enough money in my business, to have enough savings from before I started my business in order to do that, right? But you do not want to burn yourself out. So really get clear on the marketing strategy, if it's in alignment to your energy type, to who you are, and also being consistent. The platform you're going to choose, make sure you're able to be consistent. I can pre-record videos and set aside a time of day to record my videos and schedule them out so that you guys can get the wisdom that you need in order to create the life you love. But I cannot, for the life of me, get up every day and be on my stories and making an Instagram. It would drive me insane, and it did drive me insane. So you need to know who you are and what you're capable of doing and what you're willing to do. Doesn't matter. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to do things a certain way in order to be successful, okay? That is a lie, it's an illusion, it's part of the matrix. Do not fall into that trap. Next is self-care, right? So the secret to me getting to this 10K months, there was a lot of prep behind the scenes outside of my business, right? It was like a lot of personal development work that I was doing, whether that was just in terms of my health, my mental health, whether it's journaling, meditating, going for my walks, nurturing myself, taking my little salt baths once a week, rubbing on my body with massage oils, dancing to some high frequency music, whatever it was, I was doing it, right? When I also talk about self-care, it's not always just about, like, you know, the mental, emotional, spiritual aspects of taking care of yourself. Sometimes it's the social aspects of taking care of yourself, setting boundaries. Who do you have the time and energy for? I was really focused on my business, and sometimes that meant compromising things that were also important to me. But, you know, in focusing on my business and really prioritizing most of my time towards it, I did not allow for a lot of distractions to get in the way. A lot of people, they work towards a certain goal and then they get distracted and they get thrown off course. And when you have a business, you can't do that. You need to be 110% committed to seeing the growth in your business, especially in the beginning stages. Like I said, you're not Taylor Swift, you're not Beyonce. You can't go and disappear for 2 years and come back and still have people waiting for you, right? Like, you need to be present. The next secret to 10K months is your network and your community. And I always talk about this, but no one's ever able to do something by themselves. That is a lie. Nobody's a self-made anything. Everyone had someone behind them cheering them in the corner and helping them, giving them opportunities to scale and to get to where they need to be. And so that is the same thing with me. I am always talking about how grateful I am for Holisticism, the Holisticism community run by Michelle Pelizon. And that community really helped me, more specifically the North Node community that she created, which was a cohort for spiritual entrepreneurs and those who wanted to lead and create a purpose and intuitive-led business. And so I started off in that community, and it was through that community that I made the connections that I needed to make in order to get my first clients, to work with other coaches and women in the field, and to share these audiences so that my business can grow. So I always say your network, your community, mentors, whatever, you need to lean on people in order to grow and to see the success that you want. So highly recommend, if you are already not a part of a group, whether it's on Facebook or some sort of community in person or online, join one for whatever goal you're working towards, not even just your business, but that is the secret to any type of success, that you can choose to do it alone if you want, but you will get there faster if you have a team behind you. The next secret to the 10K months in your business, and how I was able to see 10K months in my business, is investing in yourself. And not just investing in yourself, like, you know, I said about the mentoring and the support, or even hiring a coach. Like, you can hire me to help you. When I say invest in yourself, I mean energetically making those 10K decisions. Honestly, scratch that. I shouldn't call the secret invest in yourself. The secret is making 10K decisions, making decisions that are in alignment with where you want to be. When I started my business, I could have started off as a sole proprietor. I could have skipped the whole legal thing and said, I'm gonna just, try to like find some clients first before I incorporate my business, which was Holistic Bucks Coaching Inc., right? Instead, I said, you know what? I'm gonna invest $500 and get a corporation, even though it's a lot of money, I haven't made nothing yet, but I'm gonna invest in a corporation because that's how big I think my business is gonna be. It may not be operating as a corporation right now. It may not have the people with it. It may not have the money of someone that's running a corporation, but I am going to establish it as a corporation and incorporate it as such because that is where I am heading and that is where I want to be. And so when you make energetic decisions, not based on where you are now, but where you want to be in the future, that is the secret sauce to the success that you want to see. I'm making, it's just like someone saying, I'm gonna make $1 million decisions. I'm gonna make rich people decisions. When I decided to invest, when I decided to learn about the stock market and invest, that was because I made a decision to act, to step into the shoes of someone that is already wealthy and to embody that version of me. And that is the best way, the easiest way to manifest things into your life, guys. Make 10K decisions. And this leads me to my last secret to 10K months in your business, which is fearlessness. You need to work on those limiting beliefs because one reason why I have been so successful in my business and anything that I try to go after is because I am constantly checking in on myself to rewire those negative belief sets or conceptions or perceptions about myself and the world. And I am not afraid of failure. I am no longer afraid of making mistakes because that is the only way that I am going to grow. I am no longer afraid of showing up authentically as I am in this world because I am not here to be liked. I am here to be of service, and those who will gravitate to me will gravitate towards me. I am not afraid of receiving. I am allowed to receive. I am worthy of receiving because I am offering so much to this world and more. So I am allowed to be nurtured and respected and to be given time, energy, love, and resources and finances back towards me, right? I am not afraid of any of those things. And of course, there are times where fear does creep back up. I am not perfect. I am not saying that I never get scared, I never get anxious. I'm human, but the more work I do on myself, the less likely that is to happen. The easier it is for me to check in with myself in the moment and redirect. What happens to a lot of us is that we get stuck in these negative emotions. We get stuck in fear. We get stuck in hopelessness. We get stuck in we become stagnant and complacent. We become victims of our lives. And I do not allow that to happen. I will not allow that to happen. And of course, I'm not saying to run away from your emotions, to suppress them. You need to work through them, and that is something that I still do. I'm not saying if you're angry or sad, don't allow yourself to be in those in those feelings and to move through them. But a lot of people don't move through them. They remain stuck. And so that is the difference. Move through your emotions, energy and motion, and also rewire those negative beliefs, reframe those negative beliefs into something positive. We need to move from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And that is what I mentioned in a previous video on why you shouldn't start a business. And I was mentioning that you shouldn't start a business if you have a fixed mindset, because if you don't believe in yourself, if you are going to allow your fears and anxieties and doubts to stop you and your insecurities to stop you from being great, then there's a lot more work that needs to be done before you can get to where you need to be, right? We need to identify what those limiting beliefs are and address them in order to move forward. So fearlessness, guys, is going to be as well the secret sauce of the 10K months in your business. If you agreed with any of the 5 points I made for this video, please comment below. I want to hear your stories, your journey towards maybe your 10K month or the first bit of income that you made in your business, and what you feel like contributed to that success or contributed to the stage of where you are in your business right now. If you are someone who is working on making money in your business, you want to reach 10K months or more, and you want to work with me, there are more details in the description below. You can email me, you can sign up for my mailing list to be the first to know when I have new services, offerings, workshops, Please, I want you to be a part of the community. And if you really enjoyed this video and found it helpful, you know what to do. Please like, please share with others so they can gain the wisdom needed to grow and to create the life that they love and the business that they love, as well as subscribe. Subscribe so you're the first to know when more videos pop up. Please also email me, share in the comments below if you want me to make a video on something else. If you have any questions, please guys, I'm always here. Peace until the next video.